Alright guys, I'm gonna review the Unique deck. Woo! Double bevved up. We're sipping on the Great Jamaican Bitter Lemon. Alright. Like, I don't know how many people review decks. I know like that Uncle Urban guy does, and Fingerboard TV post reviews. When I got this and I started riding it, it takes me a long time to get used to a deck. So I used this, what's it called? I used this Witness deck for a long time. A year, maybe? I was really consistent with that deck, and then once I switched over to this, which is a thinner deck, completely different shape, took me a long time to get used to do the same tricks. I had the idea to review it, but I couldn't really just take it out of the package and just be like, everything feels whack. You can't just like pick up someone's setup and just do everything. It doesn't work that way. I'm probably gonna ramble a lot. There'll be points where I'm not even gonna talk about the deck, so if you're only here for the deck, then you can just... So I have used a couple of your decks before. See if I know I have one of the older ones. So this one's a 30. Oh, it's right here. Looks more like a 29. Cool graphic. Actually just like a paper graphic. It's not, this one's a lot different. She's on some crazy shit now because she has the
RealWear.
But it's really cool. It's like Star Wars concept art. And that was a beautiful deck. I kind of like this older shape more. I don't know. This one's the JUVIE shape. And I found for a thinner deck, the tail was a little bit short. I don't know if the JUVIE shape is like designed to be made with thinner decks. It was probably made with like 32s in mind. I could be wrong, I'm just guessing. If you buy one of her decks and you don't like it, it's probably just because the shape isn't for you. I can't imagine that you bought a deck and like the holes weren't aligned or something. Like that's not gonna happen. She's been making decks for a while, probably like 2012 maybe. Because the first time I tried one of her decks was 2014, and they've come a long way. We can talk about the graphic for a little bit. I've seen a lot of pictures of like people that have Uniques with a really high quality graphic, and it seems to do like the smudge thing, but that never happened with mine. I'll see if you can if I can show. You know if you ever zoom in on like comic books close enough, there's like those little like points. I don't know what the name is for that, but I can see it in the graphic, like some way that the graphic gets printed off. I noticed that in there. Man, this is so boring. I thought this review would be a lot more interesting, but it's just not really working out. Is there anything else I can even talk about? I can talk about the shape for a little bit, but it's probably just gonna be boring. The JUVIE has sort of that... I think a lot of my enjoyment from this deck has been based around like my wheels I accidentally put ketchup all over my wheels. My trucks are kind of messed up right now too. So it's not really the best time to review it because everything's kind of falling apart and it's not really an ideal setup. Like it rolls. The shape almost reminds me of if a Berlinwood was more square, like a 29 Berlinwood. But I mean, that's a bold comparison. Berlinwood, how dare you? I don't know, that's just what it reminds me of, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just not the best person to review decks, because I feel like I usually have them set up longer than most people. I ride most decks for like a year. I see a lot of people who are riding a new deck like every month. And I just don't get that, because it takes me so long to get used to one. But that's just me. If you can switch decks that quickly and still have fun with fingerboarding, then who the fuck am I? There's not even really a point to review it, because at this point, can't you just get used to any shape? If you ride it for long enough, it's still gonna be, eventually you're gonna be able to do everything consistently on it. I don't know, maybe I just killed fingerboarding by saying that. When this graphic was really popular, just one sec. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So in 2014 when I tried one of her wider decks, I think I gave her a Canadian $5 bill for the deck. Mallory, if you remember, let me know, because I think that's what happened. So she has these... Ooh, and you can hold it in one finger like that on display. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles graphic. And I've always liked this sticker. I mean, it's a super cool design. And I remember we were at her house, and I think that logo had like just come out or something, and she was showing me and Jeff the files on Illustrator. And I had never seen anyone work on Illustrator before. Like, I had heard about it, but I didn't know what it was. And her and Jeff were just like talking about all this graphic design stuff. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever, but I had no idea what the hell was going on. It was like insane to me that she had made this whole thing for her fingerboard company that it looked like so complex. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, I still think that way, it's still really cool, but I remember at the time being blown away by that Teenage Mutant Ninja. Yeah, she's always had really cool graphics. I mean, let me bring them up right here. Shouts out to the fingerboard companies that just have normal fucking Instagram names with just, you know, unique decks. That's the account. It sucks when, and I know it's a struggle for companies when your name is like dex.co.fb.co._. It's like, man, I'm never gonna find your account. So she has that, she posted that how it's made thing, which is super cool. So satisfying. Like geometry graphic that looks like a 90s, it looks like a 90s bowling alley carpet, which is super cool. Oh yeah, she has the newer shape. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Carapace Tech Cruiser. It's a good name. And they're all named after turtles or something like that, I think. Also, originally I remember like each deck was unique and it was never going to be produced again, like one of one type shit. I don't know if that's still the case, but I remember that was like the original thing. That graphic's crazy. The little cartoon flames and the checkers. Put checkers on everything. No, don't get me wrong. I do like checkers, but I just see them a lot. Sticker sheets. Crazy. That's so awesome. That little graphic is cool too. Alex. Wow, I need a ton of these. And some mini flat face shields. I feel that. The strips of flat face shields are like the coolest sticker. Made with love. Look at that, like, why doesn't my deck look like that? Look at that wear. No way, is this, I didn't see this, is this like an animation? Dang. That graphic just stood out to me a lot because it reminds me of comics. And I love comics. Those pictures are always so satisfying. I like that graphic. I don't know what her intentions were with, why am I wearing headphones? What her intentions were with it, but what I take from it is that, like, so many people see, like, fingerboard accounts that have like 5,000 followers, which to them is like a lot. I get that. It looks like just seeing that number is like a lot of people. It's like, I don't want that many people to watch me when I fingerboard. That's just like so not important, and you can like see through those people so easily. They'll like do anything to get it, and they're like so thirsty, when really it's just like, fucking dude, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're out here having fun and doing tricks, then people will follow you. And that's about it. I don't know, I guess I could say a lot about that graphic, but I'll shut up now. That's a cool little ad. Introducing the JUVIE new mold with 2 new graphics. Well, where are the other ones? You could have just looked at this picture instead of watching this video, because it's not, mine was not informative at all, but this tells you a little bit about it. Oh wait, there's some real wear there. Damn, real wear. This split ply is insane. That other thing that she made, it's like, I just want to know, if would anyone be interested in like a how it's made thing? I think for the split plies, like people would be, I would be really interested in that. What did she say? She said, well, there was one post where it was like, over 40,000 pieces of wood in one deck. Something like that, but God, that graphic is so sick. Is that Cooper Hewitt? Looks like Cooper Hewitt. Yeah, that's a cool one. I'm still growing. Huh. Yeah, he designed some really cool graphics. And again, checkers! Checkers! Ooh, that's sick. That's cool. Grinding for y'all. Let's see you out here grinding. I really like this ad because I'm a sucker for like a really big poster with a large logo on it, and then below it is like a sort of paragraph of like really tiny text. I've always like that contrast. Road cars come no faster than these. Together they amount for an... It's like, yeah, alright, well that has nothing to do with the graphic, but it adds a cool aesthetic. Anyway, alright, that's it. That's all she wrote.